Today is National Children's Mental Health Acceptance Day, and a new study shows a concerning trend. A survey from the Trevor Project found that 45% of LGBTQ youth had seriously contemplated suicide in the last year. Nikki Burdine has more on what that survey found.
A survey released Wednesday by the Trevor Project shows that in the last year, 45% of LGBTQ youth seriously considered suicide, with 14% attempting to take their own life.
While the numbers are concerning, they're consistent.
Rick Acaldo is the education manager at Our Family Coalition, an organization that provides support for LGBTQ youth and their families. He says there's a direct correlation between how LGBTQ people are treated in public and the response of our youth, such as the so-called Don't Say Gay bill that became law in Florida.
Not being even able to talk about your identity in schools is making environments where these students are feeling rather hopeless.
Nearly 34,000 people ranging in ages 13 to 24 took part in the national survey on LGBTQ youth mental health. According to the survey, LGBTQ youth of color, transgender, and non-binary youth considered and attempted suicide at higher rates.
But if you parse out by race, or you parse out by location, or you parse out by any other of the different factors that might affect their lives, then you can see a huge disparity.
Researchers found that teens and young adults with supportive families, schools, and communities reported lower rates of attempted suicide, but that 60% of LGBTQ youth who wanted mental health care in the past year weren't able to get it. Nikki Burdine, News 2.
Thousands of youth took part in the survey, but the Trevor Project emphasized that the organization does not have known counts or registers for LGBTQ youth, and the data on the population's mental health outcomes remain limited. Coming up later in the newscast, we'll talk about some of the resources available to help all young people with their mental health concerns.